Hello, my name is Carl Canova. The name of our company is Stop Rubbernecking. I'd like to introduce you to our product. It's called an SRN1000 Privacy, Safety, and Security Barrier System. Everything you see in this video is transported in these two bags. This is a travel bag that has the entire system in it with the exception of the weights. The weights are in this travel bag. I'd like at this point to show you how to set it up. It takes less than 5 minutes to set up. Everything you saw in the two bags earlier is now laying on the ground. Now we're going to show you how to set it up very simply and very quickly. We're going to begin with the tripods. The three tripods are made out of steel and they're very durable and very easy to set up. The four barrier systems are made out of an all-weather 500 denier fabric. And the weight bags are made out of 1,000 denier heavyweight all-weather fabric also. Now let's start with the tripod. Very simple to assemble. Just merely loosen the knob. Let it fall all the way to the stop ring. That gives you the exact depth that you need for the barrier system. Once you open it up just like that, then what you're going to do is get one of your weight bags, and these are 15 pounds each. These are ballast bags and they're filled with weight. Merely set it on top of the tripod as such. Let's start with the first one. We'll go to the second tripod. Again, same procedure, just loosen it. Let it fall all the way to the stop ring, tighten it, and set it up. And we're going to try to guess at the distance here, and then we'll get exact. Once you get the tripods up and you get the ballast bags on, I would suggest getting all three tripods up first. Set them up. Doesn't matter the distance because you can adjust afterwards. These ballast bags do in fact have a zipper, so in the event that you forget to put them on at this time, you can in fact zip them up afterwards. Once we have the tripods in their down positions, then we're going to start raising the poles. The way that we raise the poles, these are called turrets, and I'll get into this a little later. But we raise this pole to the right height. And the right height is, and it's marked with a red circle where we stop. You can either tighten this knob or you can use the pin that we have in place for you. Drop the turret so that it's right down on the knob. Go to the second one and do the same thing. Go to the red mark, tighten the knob. We're going to go to the hole, to the red line. It has yellow and red. The yellow, of course, meaning slow down because you're coming to the end. From that, we're ready to begin putting the barriers on. We're going to begin with the bottom barrier, and they're marked bottom and top. The bottom is a little longer so that it goes all the way to the floor. Here's how we're going to set it up. Just unroll it, pull it apart, and you're going to notice there's magnets in the fabric that pull apart. Very simple. Here's how we're going to set it up. These are called detent pins, and these detent pins fit right into the turret. These turrets move in any direction so that you can adjust to the wind. Very simple, just like that. Okay, let's put up the other bottom one. Now we're going to go to the top barrier. And I'm going to have to stand in front of you for one of them. But let me show you how easy they are. And we have these stenciled, which can be stenciled to anything you want on it. These happen to have police and sheriff on them, but we can put your county or your department or whatever. Again, these go on the top. Now the next thing we're going to do is put the lights on. Very simple. It has a magnet in the bottom of it that will stay in that holder. And again, it's your discretion. If you feel like you don't want the lights, simple enough. The system is now in place. However, we're going to make sure that the wind doesn't affect it. And the way that we're going to do that is this. These are bungees. The bungees have a purpose of resisting the wind. We merely take the detent pin out, place the end of the bungee under the detent pin, and lower it. Once we set the bungee in place, we now can adjust the pull on the bungee so that it will allow the wind to blow. But when the wind blows hard enough, it will pull it apart. The bungee will pull it back into place. If it blows hard enough, the bungee will pull it away from the tripod, but there's magnets in the fabric that will reattach it. You have bungee cords throughout. This one will also fit on this middle pole, and this one, of course, fits onto this one. So you have it on the bottom. We have bungee cords that attach to the bottom of the tripod, again allowing for some wind, but will reattach. We also have magnets in the top to keep this perfectly straight. It's completely assembled. You don't need anyone monitoring it or managing it. It sets up in less than 5 minutes by one officer. At this point, you can go about your duties without the fear of blowing down. As you can see, we've hidden the car from view or a body from view, whichever. Now, let me show you something, how these can be adjusted at any angle. These turrets move in any direction you want. Not only to adjust to the wind, but also if you need to continue putting more barriers on, you can. And let me show you how easy that is. These are made to extend. If you have another system on this side, you can even combine them. And this can go on indefinitely. Now let's go to individual parts. This again is called a turret. It goes in any direction. You can make it so that it will adjust to the wind or to add more systems to it. The bungee cord, and here is the yellow button, as you can see, and the red button is below. This is the light holder and of course the caution beacon. Go to the bottom. These are ballast bags and they're filled with weights. They're 5 pounds in each section. So it's 15 pounds in each leg, so you got 45 pounds of weight. This knob controls the tripod, and the stop ring is right here. That's where you stop the tripod from going down. This is the knob that holds the tripod into place. The stop ring is here. In the event that you want that barrier to fall even further down, just loosen this knob and the tripod will fall all the way to the ground. Very simple. Some of you may be wondering what this silver foot is. In the event that the ground is uneven, you can in fact even the ground by merely putting it up and tightening the knob, and by tightening the knob. As I indicated earlier, Once you're setting this up, this pole comes out of this pole and the turret falls. Let's show you where to stop. This is the yellow indicator and this is the red indicator. You stop on the red indicator and you tighten that knob. The turret falls into place there and you're ready to go. You can either use this pin for this position or you can put it into the yellow, which I suggest. In the event there's a wind, it keeps this from coming up. Now that you've seen how easy it is to assemble, let's deploy it and show you how quickly it can be done and easily. This, you recall, is the travel bag. Very simply, these legs fit into the bottom here and you just merely pull out and it becomes a very nifty carrying case and travel bag. And by the way, this travel bag fits into the trunk of a car or a van. Very simple. This bag is for your weights, and I put the caution beacons in here as well. Let's first start with the caution beacons. Take them out. And they have a little bag of their own right here. Take off the top and the bottom barrier. And there's no trick involved here other than the fact that you need to make sure that when you take these apart, aluminum sometimes sticks. So what you want to do, instead of pulling out and pulling down, push in to here with your thumbs and gently pull out straight. Very simple. The magnets will stick, it's okay. And then roll it up. I tuck in the bungee cords so they don't stick and get caught in the wheels, and lay them out. Again, pushing down in the middle and pulling out. At first it's going to be a little difficult. You'll think, well, I can keep pulling out and it sticks. Well, it will if you push down on it, but you need to pull up on that centerpiece. And again, tuck the bungees in. Keep them from catching on the wheels. Again, push down and out. Roll it up. And when you take your time putting it away, it makes it easier when you take it out. Once we get the barriers off, then we're going to lower the tripod pole again into there, and we want to tighten that a little bit. As you can see, we're going to leave the barrier on the ballast bags until last. Now that we're down to the ballast bags and we're going to take that off, don't take them off by pulling them off. Let's just unzip them, very simple. And we're going to fold them in threes. We're going to put these in their travel bag. Just unzip it, let it fall off, and fold it in a triangle, as such. We're going to put the lights in with it, and it's ready to go. We're going to loosen the knob, pull it up. Loosen the knob, pull it straight up. Loosen the knob, pull it straight up. Once we get it up, we're going to put it in the bag. Here's what I'd suggest. Put the first two heads down. Very simply. The third tripod, we're going to face up. Now we're going to put the barriers in. Two on each side of that tripod. Now you want to tighten it up, merely attach, attach, and let's close it up. Once you have put this away, then you roll this over to your car or truck or van and merely put it in the back. The way that we would do this, first pull the legs down. And of course it has two other legs on it. And merely put it in the trunk. This bag can fit in there as well. We'll put that in there with it. Some officers prefer not to put this in a bag, but to just throw them loosely in the back of their car. Can be done either way. And that's the story of the SRN1000 Privacy Safety Security Barrier System. If you have any further questions, please call us. You can reach us anytime. My 800 number is 855-372-7870. Thank you.